Hello, my name is Kayla Lambert. I am the Arts and Entertainment Editor of the Western Herald, and I am here today with Neon Trees, the cab performance for the spring of 2024. So let's get straight to it. First of all, how are you guys?
We're great. You guys
awesome. So you guys are from Utah, right? So how's the weather faring here differently from over there?
You know, we're in a bipolar era of spring in Utah. So it was like 70 when we left. So it's actually chiller here.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you had to enter our biosphere.
We're going back to snow, sadly.
Yeah, it's really,
geez.
yeah.
Okay,
it can't make its mind up right
I
now.
hope that it's a little bit warmer here than it is when you guys get back, just so you can enjoy the warmer weather a little bit more.
Regardless,
Let me get to my first question. So you guys performed here at Miller Auditorium in 2013.
That's what we were told.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I remember the show, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad someone remembers
It was with Twin Pilots and Carmen, right?
Yeah.
Somebody DM'd me about it.
So how does it feel to be back like a decade later, a little over a decade later? How are you feeling, like, different as like a band, as artists, as individuals? What's different? What's up?
That's a good question. I think we're probably more comfortable and more united than we were. That was a nice era of we were coming off of like a couple big songs of ours, and we were still pretty fresh and young in 2013. I'd like to say we're still young, but we're definitely not as young as you guys.
Absolutely.
Anymore.
You know what? Being young is overrated.
Happens.
So there is a big local music scene in Kalamazoo. What advice would you give to a band who's just starting out?
What do you think?
I got this one. So I give the same advice almost every time when people ask that kind of like, what should people do? How do we do it? I think you spend longer in your practice space than you think you should.
Okay. Interesting.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, be realistic. Take criticism, but also be hopeful. Because I think the thing that like set us apart from a lot of other bands of our era when we were like cutting our teeth was the fact that we didn't really consider that failure was an option, and we didn't consider it a hobby either.
Okay.
It was like a necessity.
Okay.
So we treated it like it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
We just didn't know how or when or what it would look like, but there was no like, but if it doesn't, never. We never discussed that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anything else?
Yeah, I think working on your music and creating an online presence and a place for people to come view it. If they hear about you, they can go find you. But then also finding a home venue where you play there on a semi-regular basis, and you make it a real event every time you play there, to where your name doesn't get lost in the mix, and you're not spreading yourself too thin or anything. You just make a big effort at one place and make sure that every time you play there, you're building it bigger and bigger every time until you can sell it out on a regular basis. And once you can sell out in any venue really of decent size regularly, then people are going to start taking notice from a bigger area around, I'd say.
Yeah, and along the lines of what Elaine was saying about taking the criticism or accepting that, even from yourself, videotape your rehearsals or like a sound check. Yeah, I know, right? Right. Video. Yeah, but video. Your record your show or rehearsals. You can watch yourself. Part of it. If you're thinking of performing, obviously the first thing is you need to have some songs, right? And have some tunes and always be working on that constantly. But yeah, it's kind of like watching game tapes. When you hear about football teams and basketball teams, same thing with your band, right? Watch yourself and definitely get some cues on maybe what you could do different or better, like how it comes together like that. Yeah. The other thing is just be a good person. Be good to your bandmates. Be good to those that you work with. Create goodwill around the name of the band. It's already hard enough to get into this business. Like, do we need another band, right, in the world? But guess what? It's great. It's something that we're all going to do. We have to do it. It's inside of us. But yeah, we don't need one more obstacle. So create that goodwill, and it's going to make things a lot easier.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And then, so you guys have a big North American tour coming up. What are you most excited for, and what is your favorite part of touring or performing?
It's a cool tour. We've been friends with AWOL Nation for a long time, and we used to tour, like, honestly, about 10-ish years ago. So it's gonna be a nice reunion with that. And I grew up listening to 311, which is kind of cool to now be on tour with them. So that's a cool. I like that we're gonna be exposed to people that have probably heard of the band or know some songs, but maybe don't know or haven't seen us live. I always look at any show as an opportunity to get new people on board. And I just love touring because I think we're not spring chickens anymore. So it does take a lot out of you, but there's just something so fun about the nomadic life. I mean, that's not a slight to actual nomadic people, but I'm trying to be like
watching right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, look, but there's something like fun about waking up every day in somewhere new and getting to see new surroundings every day.
I have a personal thing that I really like about tour that's not like actual music tour. I really enjoy summer tours because I enjoy working out outside. So I like rolling off the bus and being like, where's my spot? Okay, I can do it there.
There you go.
Cool. And then just working up a torrential sweat. Yeah. That's my favorite part about summer tours.
Corey Lane's video, exercise videotape coming soon.
Yeah.
My videotape, yes.
Yeah.
I'm all about the videotape.
Yeah.
Someone's from another era.
So I don't know if you guys knew this, but Western students voted on what band they wanted to perform here at Western Michigan University, and you guys were the band that they chose.
Ooh, cool.
How does that make you guys feel?
Who were we up against?
I can't remember, but you guys were the most
Drag them.
the
Drag
coolest
them.
name, I think.
Well, that's cool. I love that.
Are we better than?
No. No, that's cool. I mean, that's an honor. It's never lost on me, like, and this is showing our age more than you guys, but like, you guys were probably pretty young when we first broke.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's cool to me is like, you're in college now and you still want to see us perform or care about it. So that makes me feel super good.
We realize that the student unions have a choice. You know, we do a variety of these shows, especially in the fall and in the spring when, the semesters are happening. And yeah, it dawned on me the other day that because someone had asked, like, so you're not doing a tour right now, but you're just going to play at these colleges. Like, do the people show up? And I said yes. Like, it's always amazing, because you get people that you don't know if they've seen you before. And if we haven't been here in a while, it's a whole new generation of music fans, and they're singing along. And the people show up, but they chose Neon Trees, and it's rad, dude. Because you have a budget and you can hire like so many people, and so it is cool it wasn't just like dropped on you guys like this is what you get, like
you can tell when we're being forced upon. You can tell when we're being forced upon people.
Okay.
They're not as happy.
I can't imagine a universe where that would ever happen, but
imagine it.
Yeah.
Corporate.
Yeah. So those were all my questions for you. But thank you so much for agreeing to be interviewed by me and being seen by all of these amazing people. Western's so excited to have you.
Videotape.
Yeah. So break a leg.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.